Have you ever teetered on the precipice of utter ruin, where the weight of despair presses down like an unyielding storm, only to feel a single ember of hope flare into a conflagration that reshapes your very existence? Picture a moment when the world collapses into silence, a heartbeat away from surrender, until an unforeseen spark of courage and compassion ignites a transformation that reverberates through the ages. Welcome, cherished friends, to Timeless Stories, a hallowed refuge for dreamers, warriors, and seekers of the soul's deepest truths. Where in this vast world are you joining us from today? If you haven't yet, press that subscribe button and weave yourself into our vibrant tapestry of storytellers and believers, where we unravel narratives that sear the spirit and kindle the heart. Today, we plunge into an epic odyssey of unyielding passion, raw resilience, and the transcendent alchemy of kindness, a tale that will grip your soul, wrench your emotions, and leave an everlasting imprint on your journey. Prepare yourselves, for this is no mere story, it is a mirror to your struggles, a beacon for your triumphs. Stay with us as we descend into a saga that promises to entertain, inspire, and arm you with a message to carry through the labyrinth of life. In the shadowed hamlet of Midvale, nestled like a forgotten jewel between the brooding embrace of rolling hills and the restless murmur of a silver river, life flowed with a quiet, almost mournful cadence. The sky above was a masterpiece of twilight, its canvas streaked with molten amber, bruised violet, and the faint promise of a dawn yet to break, a silent omen of the upheaval to come. Every cobblestone street, worn smooth by the passage of time, whispered tales of yesteryear's stories of fleeting victories and buried sorrows etched into the town's very soul. The faces of its inhabitants, lined with the weight of memory, bore witness to a community teetering on the edge of oblivion, its spirit dimmed by years of neglect. It was into this fragile sanctuary that Michael Jordan, the basketball titan whose name thundered across continents, descended like a divine tempest, his arrival a seismic shock that shattered the stillness and rekindled a long-dormant hope. Michael had not come as a fleeting guest, he arrived as a harbinger of redemption, summoned by a desperate cry from the heart of Midvale's fading youth. His mission, to resurrect a local basketball team that had crumbled under the relentless tide of defeat, its young players reduced to shadows of their potential by a relentless cycle of losses and festering discord. This squad, once a beacon of promise, now a fractured assembly of uncertain souls, stood on the brink of dissolution. At its core burned Alex, a young man whose eyes glimmered with the fire of untested talent, yet whose spirit was shackled by the iron chains of self-doubt and the crushing expectations of a town that had pinned its dreams on his shoulders. Beside him stood Casey, a prodigy whose blazing talent was tempered by a volatile temper, Sam, a quiet sentinel whose inner turmoil raged beneath a mask of calm, and Taylor, whose gentle resolve masked a tempest of unspoken pain and longing. Together, they were a constellation of broken stars, each yearning for a guiding hand to lift them from the ashes of despair. When Michael first strode onto the weathered courts of Midvale's community center, the air crackled with a volatile alchemy of hope and trepidation. The scent of freshly applied paint clashed with the musty aroma of forgotten triumphs, while faded banners, tattered relics of past glories, hung like ghosts above splintered bleachers that groaned under the weight of memory. The court itself, scarred by countless battles, seemed to pulse with the echoes of a legacy the town both cherished and mourned. As Michael's piercing gaze swept over the hesitant faces before him, a profound revelation crystallized. His role extended far beyond the mechanics of a game. He was there to ignite a revolution of the soul, to breathe life into hearts that had forgotten how to beat with purpose, to forge a legacy that would outlast the creak of the old gymnasium. The inaugural practice was a battlefield of tension. The players shuffled onto the court, their footsteps tentative, their eyes averted as if ashamed of the hope flickering within them. Michael wasted no time, his voice rising like a clarion call, a blend of unyielding resolve and tender compassion that commanded their attention. Today, he proclaimed, his words reverberating off the peeling walls, "We are not here to merely play basketball. We are here to forge a brotherhood learning to trust with every breath, to persevere through the fiercest storms, to believe in ourselves and each other with a faith that defies the odds. His declaration struck like a thunderbolt, igniting a spark of possibility in even the most guarded hearts. Under his masterful tutelage, the team began to glimpse a truth that transcended the tally of points. True victory lay not in the scoreboard, but in the courage to rise again and the strength to stand as one. As the weeks unfurled into months, Michael's influence wove a delicate, shimmering tapestry of unity among the players. Yet the path was strewn with thorns. A chasm of ego and misunderstanding yawned wide, threatening to unravel the fragile progress they had forged. Casey's fiery confidence clashed with Sam's stoic resilience, their friction ignited by a trivial slight that spiraled into a tempest of resentment. What began as a muttered disagreement escalated into a maelstrom of bitterness, poisoning the air with whispers of discord. The once harmonious court grew heavy with the weight of division, a storm brewing beneath the surface, threatening to shatter their nascent hope. Sensing the peril, Michael summoned the team on a frigid evening, the air biting as their breath clouded under the faint glow of flickering street lamps. They gathered around a weathered bench, its wood worn smooth by countless stories, their faces etched with anxiety. His voice, soft yet laden with the gravitas of a seasoned warrior, cut through the chill. I see the burdens you carry, the pride that burns, the pain that haunts, the dreams you guard like sacred flames. He began, his eyes locking with each of theirs in turn. But imagine the heights we could scale if we chose understanding over anger, if we listened with hearts laid bare, if we stood as a family unbroken by strife. His words were a balm, chipping away at the ice that had formed between them. In that fragile, sacred moment, the players saw their differences not as barriers, but as bridges, opportunities to learn, to heal, to rise as an unbreakable whole. Amid this transformation, Alex faced his own crucible of the soul. His love for basketball was a wildfire that consumed him, but self-doubt was a relentless specter, whispering failure with every missed shot, every stumble. In the quiet aftermath of practice, he would linger in the dim recesses of the gym, the flickering lights casting long shadows as he replayed his flaws in a relentless loop of torment. One night, as the silence pressed against him like a physical weight, Michael found him there, seated on the cold, unyielding floor, head bowed in defeat. Joining him, Michael unveiled his own saga, a raw, unvarnished confession of struggles that had threatened to break him, of crushing defeats that had tested his resolve, and of the relentless ascent that had forged his legend. There were nights, he admitted, his voice thick with the weight of memory, when the world felt like a burden too heavy to bear, when I questioned every step. But every fall taught me to rise. Every loss carved the path to triumph. The vulnerability in his eyes pierced Alex's defenses, igniting a spark of belief that even the mightiest were sculpted by the fires of adversity. For the first time, Alex felt the stirrings of a faith that could carry him beyond his fears. With time, the team's spirit mended, their practices evolving into a symphony of support and laughter that echoed through the gym. Michael's mantra, kindness as the cornerstone of strength, unity as the forge of power, infused every drill, every huddle, every desperate play. They learned to celebrate not just their own gifts, but the unique brilliance each teammate brought to the court. True greatness, they discovered, was a collective flame, fueled by empathy and a shared purpose that transcended the game. The pinnacle of their journey arrived with a regional tournament, a crucible of glory and redemption that loomed like a mountain on the horizon. The arena pulsed with a primal energy as the team stepped onto the gleaming court, the crowd a roaring sea of anticipation and hope. Rivals from distant towns, their reputations forged in fire, tested their mettle, each game a brutal trial of their newfound unity and resolve. The early rounds were a roller coaster of triumph and tribulation, hard-fought victories tempered by agonizing losses, each match a forge where their character was hammered into shape. The semifinal was a descent into the abyss. The opposing team, a juggernaut of ruthless aggression, exploited every flaw with surgical precision, driving the players to the edge of despair. A critical miscommunication between Casey and Sam, a split-second lapse that cost them dearly, silenced the court, the weight of impending defeat hanging like a shroud. The air grew thick, the crowd holding its breath as the game teetered on a knife's edge. In that heartbeat of silence, Michael emerged from the sidelines, his presence a steady anchor amid the chaos. His voice, calm yet resonant with unshakable resolve, cut through the tension. "You are beacons of hope," he intoned, his words a lifeline, "each of you a flame that cannot be extinguished. When darkness falls, look to one another. Your unity is your shield, your strength, your salvation." His words were a clarion call, a rallying cry that spurred the team to regroup, to re-strategize with a ferocity born of love. The final minutes were a whirlwind of sweat, strategy, and raw determination, every pass a prayer, every dribble a defiance, every shot a testament to their unbreakable bond. As the buzzer wailed and victory was theirs by the slimmest of margins, a wave of euphoria and relief crashed over the players and the gathered crowd. They had not merely won a game, they had reclaimed their souls, forged a new destiny from the embers of despair. In the aftermath, as the cheers reverberated through the arena like a hymn of triumph, Michael gathered them one final time beneath the fading lights. "You've proven that unity can conquer the fiercest storms," he said, his voice thick with pride and a trace of tears, "that the human spirit can rise from the ashes of adversity. Carry this not as a trophy, but as a testament to what you are capable of together." In that sacred moment, the players felt an overwhelming sense of belonging, a profound realization that their journey transcended the boundaries of basketball. It was a lesson in life, in resilience, in the transformative power of empathy that would guide them long after the final buzzer had faded into silence. Reflecting on their odyssey, they saw each trial as a hidden gift, a reminder that kindness and understanding were the bedrock of true triumph. Every conflict, every tear, every moment of doubt had been a forge, shaping them into something greater. True strength, they learned, was not the absence of struggle, but the courage to face it head-on, to listen with an open heart, to lift each other in the darkest hours. This truth, etched into their very beings, would illuminate their paths beyond the court, a guiding star in the nights to come. As we draw the curtain on this epic saga, I invite you to pause and reflect. What battles rage within the chambers of your heart that empathy might soothe? What adversities loom on your horizon that collaboration might conquer? How might you, like these warriors of Midvale, rise through the alchemy of kindness and understanding? If this tale has stirred the depths of your soul, share it with those who need its light. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and subscribe to Timeless Stories for more journeys that celebrate the human spirit. Let these lessons be your compass, for even in the deepest night, hope and compassion can blaze a trail to victory. Thank you for walking this unforgettable path with us. Carry its fire in your heart. Let every step be a testament to courage, kindness, and the unyielding belief that together, we can conquer the impossible. Until we meet again, dream with the ferocity of a storm, fight with the heart of a lion, and always trust the eternal flame that burns within you.